Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. He's been running the fast break his entire life. It's Jay Williams.
Dishing it left, dishing it right, making the right play at the right time. That's what Plainfield guards do. Let's see what the guards do down the court tonight.
And Jay, we are ready to go. This one about to get underway. This will get out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Leonard to Paul George. Leonard to Beverly. 4-3. And Patrick Beverly plays with so much confidence. Zero hesitation, knocks it down.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. To George. Lets it fly from long range, and Paul George, not sure why they left him that wide open, takes advantage.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Kyle Kuzma. Oh, that's how it's done.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Anthony Davis pins it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Shot by Kuzma, no good. Kicks it outside. 3-second count. Kawhi Leonard. Rebound hauled in by Cousins. Davis to Kyle Kuzma from long range. He made his first effort, but not that time.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
It's James controlling the offense to Cousins. Short jumper off the mark. Paul George to Beverly. Kyle Kuzma rejects it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
And he knocks it down, Jay. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
To Cousins. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Leonard. To Beverly. Has a look. And the reward, he's going to the line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximum effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
Goes 2 for 2. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
If LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A., that means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
The Clippers with 4 to shoot. PG lets it fly. Paul George, 3 for 4. Good start. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Caldwell Pope to Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
Kawhi Leonard in his own world. Nobody near him. He sinks it for three.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Leonard can't get the bounce. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
And 2 points to the board.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
The hot shooting continues. He's got 12 in the first quarter, including that trifecta.
And Ed, did you see how quick his release was? There was no wasted motion from the waist up.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Kawhi Leonard. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Strong finish for Paul George.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you've set the momentum for the second.
Nothing going here on that drive. And he buries it. We're through one at Staples Center with the Clippers on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Second quarter set to begin. Some impressive shooting numbers. Jay, is that good offense, or is it, dare we say, bad defense?
Both teams are on fire, but speaking of competitive juices, one of the beautiful things that we heard during the timeout, in a team huddle, you heard multiple voices that weren't the coach saying how much more they needed to fight in order to win this game. Oh, trust me, the intensity level is going to pick up a couple of notches.
To Leonard. Fires the three, and Kawhi Leonard. Good on the quick release there.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
And Kawhi Leonard buries the three.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Anthony Davis. He's 2 for 2 now. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for it.
Dudley, tough matchup against George. To Davis. Beyond the arc for three. That's off the side of the rim, no good. To Leonard. No good. Defense catching a break there. JaVale McGee. They'll get it down to Davis. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
Old school equals high percentage.
Leonard. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Jared Dudley. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. George had made his first couple, but he misses there. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Williams can't connect. It's no good. LeBron James against Paul George. LeBron James. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Davis to Caldwell Pope. Knocks it down from mid-range.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Williams. Leonard to Williams. LA with 4 to shoot. Leonard, he continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hip, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
To Williams. Fires the 3. And McGee there for the rebound. Davis. And the finish at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
The pass taken away by the Lakers. Danny Green, great feed. He throws it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Clippers have the basketball. Beverly to Leonard. For 3, drains it.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. LeBron into the front court. They trail by 7. To Danny Green. And flushes it down. No stopping AD here. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Missed it. And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1. First foul in the
Here comes the screen. James to Davis. Anthony Davis. He's now 5 for 6.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
George to Beverly around the perimeter. Leonard. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. Good. A 3 at the buzzer. Everything going right so far as they've extended the lead. Time expires to end the first half. The Clippers have the lead. Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Paul George rises for the slam.
I don't think I could do that on the 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. LBJ has it to Cousins. Throws it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
And he connects on the first free throw. Second and 3, got it. Perfect from the line. Hits all 3 of them. To Kyle Kuzma. Davis, knocked loose. Clippers have got it. Whistle blows, intentional foul. That's going to get out of bounds. Last touch by Green. George. Textbook defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Even to Zubac. Huge block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Leonard. To Paul George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Paul George good on the quick release there.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
LeBron James. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Beverly into the front court. Up 5. To George. To Beverly. Here's a chance from long range. Patrick Beverly is going to get 3 shots here. He's perfect from the line so far. Knocks down the first. Second and 3 is good. Hits all 3 free throws. LBJ with it. To Cousins. Clippers have it. Surveys the floor. George. Not easy.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
To Cousins. James. And the rebound taken in by Beverly. To Leonard. Knocked loose. Leonard. Davis to Cousins. Can't connect. Beverly into the front court. It's an 11-point game. Swings it to Paul George. Nothing going here on that drive. Kuzma to Cousins. Ah, the monster stuff. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
And a throwdown.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. LeBron James with the rock. To Kyle Kuzma. Here comes the screen.
To number 23, LeBron James.
Beverly. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
To Kyle Kuzma. Deep two there, won't go.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Kuzma. To James. And the finish. Jay, it counts for two, but that was pretty.
Here's lesson number one. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of breakdance move they might hit you with.
To George. Has a chance. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
JaVale McGee, couple of free throws on the way. History not on his side. 58% from the line. Able to convert on both free throws.
You got him.
George.
To number 3, Anthony Davis. That's his first personal foul.
Paul George is going to get a chance at three here. Hasn't missed yet. And hits the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw. And he hits all three free throws. Deep three at the buzzer. There's the buzzer. 3/4 complete. The Clippers are out in front. It's Lakers ball as we start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ball game.
It'll be Lakers ball as we begin the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ball game.
LeBron James with a piece.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
George. Message received. Well defended. Davis to Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Leonard. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First one goes down. It's a second. One more coming. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. To Kyle Kuzma, going to launch beyond the arc. Good contest, made it tough for Kuzma.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Across the timeline comes James. The deficit now up to 13. It's LA Clippers ball. Leonard. That right there, Jay, his 8th 3 of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for two.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First free throw is good. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Beverly into the front court. His guy's up by 15. 4-3. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
Kyle Kuzma. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Cousins. Davis on the drive, but a shot won't go down. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
LA Clippers with the basketball. George. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now. That'll be a winning formula in overtime every time. Answer a two on one end with a three on the other. Ed, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think a three is more than a two, correct?
That is great math, my friend. Strong finish for Paul George.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Danny Green to Davis. Clippers have got it. Terrific vision. It's a big finish.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Leonard to Paul George, and watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line. Anthony Davis at the line for 2 shots. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. To Leonard. George, he's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. George trying for a 40-point night, but it's off the mark.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Beverly. Harkless. Slam dunk.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To George. Lets it fly from long range. It's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
But did you see on that 3-point shot, did you see him slightly kick his legs out? By kicking his legs out, the defender runs into the legs. There's contact. That's how you get a 4-point play potentially.
It's James controlling the offense to Davis. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw good, so they get the three-point play. But it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Kuzma. And a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Oops, he missed the first one. Good bounce back, hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Leonard. They get it to George, down low. Over to the right side. From long range. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
It's good, and one.
The defender cannot be caught with his hand staying in the cookie jar. What I mean, contesting that pocket. You have to keep that hand going in and out, going in and out. Keep the offensive player thinking about where your hands are at all times.
Knocked loose. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.